Paul, just a little look back at Tuesday night against Rotherham. Was that a night which brought lots of positives for you?
Yeah. God, we've had a really tough run, haven't we? I think from Fleetwood game to where we are now, 4 games, we've lost 3 and probably lost 3.5, haven't you? You know, I think if you lose on penalties, it can always be, you know, lap of the guards a little bit, good or bad. But I thought we acquitted ourselves really well in the game. I enjoyed the game. And to be fair, I've enjoyed all the games over the holiday period. I haven't enjoyed the results at all, but I've really enjoyed the character the players have shown, the desire, the wanting to run, a lot of them playing out of position, excuse me. And just unfortunately for us, especially Bradford and MK Dons, the margins just didn't go our way. And that's nothing to do with injuries, suspend, anything. That's just to do with the actual games themselves. So we find ourselves on a really bad run, which is no problem. We find ourselves on the back of a real difficult moment with the injuries, but we also find ourselves in our best moment now because we've got players coming back. Hooray! Hooray! So I'm sure our supporters are pleased to know we're actually putting people on the bench tomorrow, and we're actually going to, in a week or two's time, be right up to speed for what I hope can be a really strong push for the final part of the season.
Yeah, how pleasing is it to have some more bodies available for selection for you in the second half of the season? I'm
delighted, I've got to say, you know, and we've got to be careful now because David Artell knows my squad, he knows my team, he's a very astute manager. We're getting lads back now that have trained for a day or two. To our fans, I only ask them, just be patient with us for another week or so, because in a week or two's time, we will be back to being, in my opinion, one of the strongest squads in this division. And we've still got enough games to try our best to get where we want to be. So it's a combined effort now. The lads who've carried it for us over Christmas, massive pat on the back. I'm sure the supporters who clapped them off at Bradford, clapped them off against MK Dons, they were pleased with what they seen. Disappointed with results, no problem with that, absolutely not. But pleased with the output the lads have given. We go to a very tough game at Grimsby tomorrow, game we always look forward to. But we're getting players back now, as you'll see with our selection tomorrow and our bench tomorrow. We are now getting back to the squad that we had, we will have again. And for the running, we will be a lot stronger as a team.
Yeah, so do you feel like you're in a good place going into the second half of the season?
Unbelievable. We've had a good look at the league, the first half. I think, if I be brutally honest, Walsall are by far the most consistent standout team. I think the rest, I know at the minute, Crewe doing really well, Wimbledon doing really well. Grimsby have certainly had their moments this season. Doncaster, Port Vale have been, everyone's had spurts of good and probably moments of not so good. With Walsall being the standout one, that at the minute are certainly in the driving seat, and good luck to them. Good luck to them. For us, you know, our season back in the league for the first time promised so much at times coming away from Doncaster and Crewe. And obviously we've had our disappointments, you know, certainly the Accrington result at home, Harrogate away, Cheltenham equalising goal, so we're learning. But I think when we get the players back that we're now getting back, we are still going to bring 1 or 2 in. And I'm sure our supporters know the way we are as a club. We certainly hope we've got a lot to play for this season. Tomorrow's a difficult game, we get that. My big emphasis is on just be careful because, you know, the likes of Paddy Madden's back, you know, players are back. But we just can't put too much on them too quick. So let's just be a tiny bit more patient, and then let's finish this season as strong as we can in the hope that we may be one of them teams promoted.
And how happy are you to have brought 2 new faces in Bin Peppel and Janai Danassian as well in the last week?
Listen, I'm delighted with both signings, you know, and I think as you'll see over the next couple of days, we've got more coming, you know, which is brilliant for us. I think great credit to Phil and Ash, you know, the guys at the top. Do you know, we've got a lot of players. I think it was 15 senior players we had out injured a week ago, 2 weeks ago. And for any club, Liam, that's not normal. You know, we were on our knees, but, you know, we're coming in. Bim done an excellent debut Tuesday night, offered so much potential, hope, honesty, work rate, athleticism, gets us up the pitch, delighted. And in Danassian, we've just got a really good player. JD's obviously had a little injury to problem at Ipswich. He's been back playing now and training non-stop for a couple of months, and he's a massive addition to us. Again, he needs minutes and time. So, you know, in the immediate, numbers-wise, we're looking better. Squad-wise, better. It's important we get minutes. We'll be arranging a game next week to get lads more minutes under the belt. And as I say, there's so much to play for this season. But I must add, we've got a difficult game tomorrow, Liam. Looking forward to going to Grimsby. I felt, and I must be honest, when Grimsby left here and we beat them, I felt we were very fortunate to beat them. I thought Grimsby were excellent on the day, and probably, in my opinion, one of the best couple of teams we've played this season, without a shadow of a doubt.
Yeah, there's always a little bit of a needle between these two sides when they meet. It's not quite a local derby, but it's a close game. It's a localish game, isn't it? I
think probably our patterns have been quite similar, Liam, haven't they? So naturally, both clubs think they're good clubs and big clubs, and they both are. Both have been in the conference and come out the conference and had disappointing days, but then had promotions. So they probably mirrored each other a little bit. So that rivalry is a good one. You know what we must add, especially for supporters, let's keep it correct and proper. Do you know, we'll have a really fierce game with Grimsby tomorrow, but then we'll enjoy an hour with David in his office after the game. You know, football should be really competitive. No different than the game Tuesday night with Rotherham. Rotherham brought great support. It was a good football match, competitive game, and obviously there can only be one winner at times. You know, tomorrow we travel across there as ever. Our supporters have been fantastic. Absolutely fantastic. Home and away. Do you know, at Bradford, obviously I was very disappointed at losing the game. I didn't feel we deserved to lose. Yet the support and the way they clapped the players off at the end, it makes you really proud as a manager, because that's what supporting your team's about. It's not just the good days, it's when your players need you. We've needed them over Christmas, and hopefully over the next few weeks we're going to pay them back.
And just on Dylan Marcandy, is that just football? You know, when a player does well for you and you go, you know, doesn't belong to you type of thing?
Just move on.